Hey, thank you for being you. Rock, paper, scissors game of life. You're a rock. Well, because you rock. PBC, last one of the year. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. Here we go. You know what's real exciting? We get to see you next Thursday, this coming Thursday, because that's the day that you got to turn in all school property. Any electronics that you checked out, Chromebooks, chargers, Wi-Fi hotspots, headphones, anything, library books, textbooks, everything, all of that, or you're gonna get a fine, all right? Get those turned in. We're gonna be here at the school. Come by, drop those off, pick up anything else that you need to get from the school or anything like that. Get it on Thursday. Get it done. We're gonna be here like all day from like 8 to like 4, 6, whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna be here, but somebody will be here to collect those materials from you. 8th graders, your 8th grade recognition is coming out this Wednesday. That's right. It's gonna be emailed to you and a link for you to check out and for you and your families to celebrate you making it through 8th grade. You survived middle school. Some of us haven't.
Hey guys, just wanted to take this time to tell you how much we miss you, how much we love you, how proud we are of how hard you've been working. Keep at it, guys. This learning is really important. We want to get you ready for next year, and we hope you have a wonderful summer.
Guys, make sure that you are checking with your teachers, your Google Classroom, and your Google Calendar to know when your last day to submit work, okay? You need to get some work in to get a 4th quarter grade. Okay, if you don't get a 4th quarter grade, it's gonna impact you in not a great way. Make sure you get those in, get the last day to get any work in that you need to get that grade that you need for next year, okay? So get it done, do some work, learning matters, get it done. It's the last few days, all right? Check it.
Hi guys, welcome back to Kaitola in the Kitchen. Today we're going to be making strawberry bread. Yes, it is strawberry season. I've noticed that clickers are starting to pick, so we're going to be getting some local berries. But I haven't seen them at their store yet, so if you can just buy regular strawberries at the store, it'll work just as well. But strawberry season is here. Alright, so for today you are going to need 3 cups of flour, you're going to need 2 cups of sugar, you're going to need 2 cups of sliced or diced strawberries, so it's basically about a pound, that works out to be. You're going to need 4 eggs, 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, salt, and baking soda. Alright, so first thing you're going to do is you are going to take your strawberries, you want to rinse them right as you're getting ready to use them. You don't want to rinse them too early, else they could get moldy if they come back in the fridge. So I've just done a quick rinse, and you're going to want to pull the stem part off, and then you're going to make thin slices. Remember, watch your fingers, kitchen safety, right? And then turn it and make a nice small dice. Now they don't need to be all exactly the same size. You just want them small, you don't want a big chunk of strawberry when you bite into your bread. All right, you're also gonna need some cooking spray to grease your pans with. Measure. Okay, here we go. So here's 2 cups of diced, pretty small strawberries. Now, you can either make this in a bowl and just use a spoon and mix it, or you can use a mixer. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the stand mixer. All right, so let me slide this out of my way. All right, so here is my stand mixer. And to my bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and add 4 eggs. Now I've already cracked 3 in there. I'm gonna go ahead and crack my last one. Remember, you always wanna crack bowls into a separate bowl, not in the one you're gonna be cooking in, just in case a shell happens or there's a bad egg. You always wanna just double check them. So here's my 4th egg. Oh, they all look great. Okay, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put that into my bowl. I'm gonna give those just a real quick mix just to get those eggs together. Now again, you can do this with a regular bowl and a spoon. It'll work out just fine. All right, now, there are kind of a lot of ingredients to this, but they all get dumped in at once, so it's super easy. All right, so I'm gonna take my 2 cups of strawberries, I'm gonna pour those in. I'm going to take my 2 cups of sugar, just white sugar, put that in. I'm gonna take 3 cups of flour. Now I'm not gonna put all this in right away because it's gonna go poof right when I first start to mix it. So I'm gonna put in maybe half of that, like cup and a half. You're gonna need 3 cups total. You're going to need 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. I know cinnamon strawberry sounds a little weird, but it's so good. Put that in. You're gonna need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, which is gonna allow that bread to rise. So remember, we scoop and scrape because it is a dry ingredient. Put that in. You're you're gonna need a half a teaspoon of salt. That gives it a little bit of savory piece to it. It helps that sweet come through. So just half a teaspoon. And then you're gonna need a teaspoon of vanilla. Again, vanilla helps just bring out all the flavors. I think we should put in everything, it's so darn good. All right, teaspoon of vanilla, and there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this first to get it incorporated, and then I'll add in the rest of that flour. This is kind of a fun little recipe because you just kind of get to dump everything in at once, put it all together, and put it in the pan. It's super easy. This is gonna make 2 full loaves, so it makes quite a bit, which you'll want because it's so delicious. Okay, so there, kind of combine that. I'm gonna give it a quick scrape. Remember to use your rubber scraper. Take things down, make sure you don't have any clumps down at the bottom. Looking good. All right, so I'm gonna go and pour in the rest of my flour now. So that was 3 cups total. Give that a little mix. Now you don't want to over mix this because again, it's gonna make those gluten strings and it's gonna make it be a tough bread, which would not be very good. So we're just gonna combine that up. Looks good. Oh, I was wondering that looked funny. We need a cup and a half of oil. Oh, I totally forgot. All right, cup and a half. There we go, perfect. Put that in. Oh yeah, that's gonna look a whole lot better. And again, this recipe is so easy, it doesn't matter what order you put things in, you just gotta combine it. Super easy. Okay, coming together. Now that looks more like I was used to seeing it. Okay. Give it a little scrape, make sure everything's looking good in there, nothing stuck on the bottom. Oh yeah. So it will take on kind of a pinkish tinge because we are breaking up those berries a little bit. It'll come out kind of pinky brown, I guess, when we're done cooking with it. Okay, perfect. Then we're gonna just take all this, get this out of my way. You're going to pour it into 2 loaf pans. Now you want to spray them with a cooking spray. So I've already done that in here. So here's a loaf pan, you're gonna need 2 of these, and you just need to equally distribute the dough, the batter between the 2 loaf pans. And it's just kind of an eyeball kind of thing. Okay, that looks pretty close. Maybe you can need a little more. So here's my second pan that I have also been sprayed with the vegetable spray. So my bread doesn't stick because that would be so sad. Trying to pull out of the pan, it's all stuck on the bottom and the side. Oh. I mean, it still tastes good, but it wouldn't look very pretty. Okay, so you just want to work these out to be equal. You're gonna bake this in the oven for an hour. It's an hour. These things are pretty dense. An hour at 350 degrees, which I already turned my oven on, so it's preheated and ready to go. And you're gonna put this in there. I would suggest also that you rotate them halfway through because it is such a long cook time. I would get in there and turn my pans around just to make sure they're cooking evenly in case your oven has a hot spot. You wanna make sure that they come out evenly brown. All right, so that's what we're looking for. They're just about equal. I'm gonna finish these off, put them in the oven for an hour. I'm gonna use the toothpick test to check and make sure that it is not gooey in the middle, but it's done, and we'll be ready in an hour. See you then. All right, my bread is cooked for exactly 60 minutes, and that was a perfect amount of time, but you might want to double check yours a little earlier just to make sure it doesn't get overdone. When it comes out of the loaf pan, here's what it looks like when it's done. It's nice and brown. You might want to use a butter knife to kind of go around the edge just to make sure that it's not going to stick before you try to flip it out. You want to put it onto a cooling rack so that you can let air circulate underneath it. And all you got to do is just take the rack, flip it upside down on top of the bread, turn that over, pull it out. And I always flip it over just so that the bottom side is actually sitting on the bottom. Just my little thing. Okay, so it looks like that. That one is nice and warm. I already took one out to let it cool a little bit faster so I can show you what it looks like. And I'm gonna cut a piece right off here. Let's take a look. You want to use a serrated knife when you're cutting bread because then it'll cut through the bread and not just try and smash it if you had a smooth blade knife. You want a serrated one, only petite. All right, cut it in half. Oh, look at that. You can see the strawberries in there. Oh, it smells so good. You're gonna like this a lot. All right, thanks guys.
Over the last few weeks of the COVID closure, Miss Sarah and Fortney have finished Fortlandia. Fortlandia is done. We got it built. We got the drawbridge. We got some trap doors. We got some other things. It's a cool spot to hang out. So here is a little quick tour of Fortlandia. Here you are. See
we got ourselves a drawbridge. So when you're in Fortlandia and to keep those Van Clevelanders out, we raised the drawbridge so nobody can get in. Also, if you want some peace and quiet and plan and strategize the next prank, that's what we do. We got some awesome Fortlandia flags made by Angela. Yeah, that's right. So you know where you're at. See, Fortlandians only. Those are the only people allowed here. You see, we got the book nook. Miss Sarah. Yeah, look, see, she's reading some Calvin and Hobbes. Just enjoying the time, just kicking back, relaxing in Fortlandia. She's got Stuart. She's got Coda. She's got Kenai. She's got Kodiak, or Klondike, and Kodiak over here. Okay, you know. So we got all the bears. We got plenty of room, enough for all the Fortlandians. We got beanbag chairs. We got all that stuff. Come over to this side. Again, this is got ourselves our first lookout port to see what's going on in the library out that way. You know, see who's sitting out at the tables. Okay. We come back over here this way, and we got another hidden lookout port. And this one is not so hidden, but we could hide it if we wanted, but we got a nice lookout port. And of course, we got a very nice view of the remodeled Pioneer that's coming for the portables. Now, as we get back kind of in here, we got the entrance to Dark Lord Fortney's lair, the inner keep of Fortlandia. But Fortney also has a robot. He actually has 3 robots. Yeah, that's right, 3 robots. And there needs to be a way for those robots to leave. So down here, the architect, Scarlett, she made a robot door for the robots to go out and attack Van Cleveland. And then on our other side, we have a return door. So Miss Sarah and I have been listening to some audiobooks for the Pie Challenge. So we put the speaker system in here, and Fortlandia, we like it loud. So we're not a quiet place in this library. But let's go check out the keep. So Fortlandia, the keep, Fortney's office has been remodeled a little bit. We got the green corner, so we got where we film PBC. We got a corner over here. We're gonna block out that light, but we're gonna be able to do a lot of Pioneer Broadcasting filming in here. We got their TV in here for virtual reality. We got our Nintendo Switch and games. That we got plenty of room, plenty of space that we're gonna be able to start doing some awesome filming and just kind of hang out and plan. We also have an intelligence mailbox drop slot where if you had information on what was happening with our enemy, you could drop it off in there, or suggestions. And it had good vantage point to look out and make sure that the United Books of Sarah was keeping the peace and the truth. But we also had intelligence report dispensary location right there that pick up orders for Fortlandia. So,
hi, I'm Miss Sarah.
And I'm Mrs. Agert.
And we want to thank you for participating in the Pie Challenge You reading contest. We had over 100 readers.
In the 5 weeks that you participated in the reading, we had a total of 113,500 minutes read, which equates to about 78 days worth of reading. So congratulations to all of you that participated. Garrison led the first 3 weeks of the challenge, and then last week Pioneer took the lead. And at the end of Monday, our winner was...
Bring it on, Dipker! Bring it on, Dipker! Bring it on, Dipker! On my face.
we do have a second. We have 4 pies, right?
Yeah?
Oh!
Why
do we have 4?
Do you want to do a retake?
Yes, please.
Oh, there is chocolate. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a vanilla one, and I specifically asked for chocolate.
Sorry, yeah, that's why we have to redo it. It was so
Rob, when it's time to rethink about it.
Javelin.
Javelin.
Another one in there, do ya? That's right. There we go.
Karina could do the double pie side to side.
Oh! Whack!
Get it over with all at once.
Oh, you know, idea man over here. All right.
Friday, June 19th is the last day of school. That's right. No assignments, no nothing. You're done. You've made it through this craziness of the 2019-2020 school year. To celebrate, Pioneer staff, we're going to be out along the front of Pioneer Middle School from about 1 to about 2:15, 2:30, where we're going to be able to give you a wave. We can't give you any hugs or anything, but as you drive by, ride your bike by, walk by, we're going to be able to give you a wave, and we're going to be really excited because that's going to be one of our last chances to see you before next school year. We hope that you all have a good summer, but we also hope to see you on Friday. So Thursday, June 18th, all day, come bring those stuffs back.
Sorry about that.